Organizers of Culturama 50 events are being praised for their attention to detail and ensuring there were elements of the festivities for everyone to enjoy. Small business owners were especially appreciative of events like the Food and Craft Fair, which offered a platform for them to engage with a larger cross-section of the public. Meet Carlin Lawrence. This passionate jewelry designer found it heartwarming that she was able to reconnect with people she hadn't seen in years. She told ZIZ News that the importance of events like these cannot be overstated.
I've seen so much of our people that has been away for so long come home. So that's a heartwarming experience. So it's really good to see so many people who you haven't seen for so long come home and you get to interact with them. That's a major highlight for me. It's important to bring the people together, number one. It gives opportunity for small businesses like myself and many others here to get to showcase what we do. We work hard at our craft, and it's not often that there are opportunities to show our craft, so Culturama presents that. So it's important to have events that brings the community together and remind us that we're one people, you know.
Ms. Lawrence is the proud owner of Work of My Hand jewelry shop, which specializes in one-of-a-kind handmade pieces.
Everything is done locally and they're one-of-a-kind pieces. So when you purchase from Work of My Hands, you're getting a unique piece that no one else has. So I'm glad to be out for Culturama, and the people are supporting, and I'm thankful that I am able to be a part of our 50th celebration.
Gwyneth Brooks echoed this sentiment. The proprietor of Fix and Eat, a small restaurant on the island, told ZIZ News she was forced to shutter her business in the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. This, she explained, is what prompted her to venture into a new niche market.
I have a cook shop, Fix and Eat, so I also do crafts.
Tell me about these. You make all these yourself?
Yes, handmade.
How long have you been in this business?
From COVID started, I've been making these because I had nothing else to do. I couldn't cook. So I had to start making something else.
And what has been the response to what you've been making?
Very good. Yeah, very good local response. Yes, very good.
We also met Odette O'Loughlin during the food fair.
My business name is 1762 Cosmetics and also Accessories. We are located in Jessop's Village. We are selling bags, we sell jewelries, we sell lip gloss, lipstick, hair accessories, bangles, and much, much more.
Tell me about the name.
1762 is my daughter came up with that. This is my daughter brand, and it's something to do with Nevis. She's living abroad, so I man her store for her. So we are here, and also pretty treats. That's our local earrings. My other daughter does those handmade. Yes, so I'm just standing in for both of my daughters.
She noted improvements to the layout at the Malcolm Gashard Park for the 2024 staging of the event.
The food fair is okay. It's very good from last year. Last year it was more clustered, but now they open it up, so we have a lot of space and a lot of areas, everybody going around freely, so it's nice.
Ms. O'Loughlin also shared her dreams for Nevis.
My dream for Nevis is to see more tourism, more tourists coming in, and more sites for them to see. More sites, create more for them to see. Not only the bad stream, but we have more heritage. We have more, so we can give them more. So that's my dream.
Shabina Prince is the founder and owner of the Native Radiance brand. She too was happy to be a part of the Culturama 50 festivities and appreciated the opportunity to introduce more people to the goods and services she offers.
At Native Radiance, we offer a wide range of soaps, herbs, products that are good to heal the hair and the skin. We normally say if you have a problem, we have the solution. And at Native Radiance Treatment Center, we offer, today we are doing mole and skin tag removal, and we're also doing microneedling, that is hair growth treatment, right here. I am based at the Artisan Village for the products and at Ramsbury for the treatments. If you want to get the products themselves, you can go to Valumat, City Drugstore, Artisan Village, and in St. Kitts you can visit Value Mart, The Organic Shop, and Farm Care.
She was full of praise for everything related to Culturama 50.
It's just amazing. The whole Culturama experience is amazing. I'm not normally one who go out to Culturama and Culturama events, but I have this year and it has exceeded my expectations.
When asked, the skin and hair care specialist said her dream for Nevis is nothing but the best.
The absolute best. I just wish Nevis success. I just wish that everybody who came in today would be able to tell other people about their experience, and so we'll have an influx of people, and that we as businesses would be able to export and stuff like that. That's my wish.
This gentleman is part of a group dedicated to preserving elements of daily life in the St. Kitts and Nevis of old.
I am not even certain which name to introduce myself by, but I'll go by a lot of names. Frederick, Shefton, Liberd, Freddie Joe, Uncle Joe, Joe. All of them are mine. Yes. What we are doing here, well, our display here comes out of a Saturday morning radio program that we run. It started years ago on Choice Radio. When Choice was going, Choice Radio FM, it's called The Good Old Days, where we spend 2 hours and sometimes a little bit more, a little less, and we reminisce about the way life was coming through the 40s, 60s, 70s, and so on. We decided some years ago to put on a display at the Culturama Food Fair, where we bring out some of the old-time implements that we would have used. Sometimes we display some of our old-time foods. There were occasions on which we would cook the cassava musa, which you cook it the way you cook tonkan, cassava musa and fish, that kind of thing. Sometimes we might boil some dry potato and mackerel, that kind of thing. We didn't do any cooking today, but well, my colleague there, he had brought some cassava bread. I think they are all finished now, because it's all about how life was, the things we used to do, the different shows we had to perform, the foods we ate, the games we play, that kind of thing.
He longs for Nevis to recapture some of its core traditional values.
I wish that we could return to the way things were in some aspects. Like this morning I had a conversation with a gentleman who came to those days, and he spoke about working in an office. 2 persons came in who were politically opposite, and they came in the morning and they were having a big exchange, big argument. He said, boy, I thought they were going to fight. And then in a few minutes, they told them, Gombey, they're sitting down and they're talking about cricket. The point I'm getting at is that we always have disagreements, and there will always be disagreements. But there was a time when the disagreement ended when the argument ended. Not that we had a little argument this morning and 5 years later, people still are going on about it. And then you have children and grandchildren, and your children and grandchildren carry on the same cudgel, as we just say. You know, it would be good if we could get back to a place where peace really abounds and there's a sense of community. Because people speak about, there was a time, if I had to go out today and I had to wash, I washed the clothes and I left them on the line. And when they dry, the neighbor picked them up and put them inside. Because there was a sense of community. People looked out for each other, and life was much happier then. And that is why we try to relive some of what we would have come to coming back there. So some people who weren't there could understand the joys we had.
Marvin Chapman is a self-taught artist and sculptor, a path he's pursued for over 30 years.
You know, I attended a Gingerland primary school, then the Gingerland high school, did physics and woodwork, which were my 2 best subjects. Then that sort of turned into something, you know, which we are talking about today, sculpting, carving. I discovered this in 1992, and I just ran with it, you know, and I have no regrets. You know, it's all local stones, rocks. I actually had the opportunity to travel to China in 2008 to take part in a sculpture symposium. You know, 2008, as I said.
How was that?
I was blown away, man. But I learned a lot of like techniques, you know, just by observation, and I brought it back here with me. And before I went there, I used to do like small miniature pieces, but then I went there and I did a piece. It's about 6 feet tall, so I decided, well, if I can do something there, I can come back and do larger pieces here. So becoming an international sculptor, going to China, I just decided I'm going to do larger pieces, and it has worked out, So no work is too big for me.
Like the other entrepreneurs who were at this year's staging of the Culturama Food and Craft Fair, Mr. Chapman was pleased with the opportunity to engage with such a larger-than-usual audience. Among the many wishes he shared for his island home are a more robust tourism sector and less crime.
Well, I wish them all the best. I mean, if I'm go to higher heights, more tourism, more, like less crime and violence, because what I do here, you focus on like an inanimate object, something that cannot talk. It gives me a lot of joy and pleasure, and I would hope that some of these young guys would find something constructive to do and to channel the energy into some other pathway. I'm a Nevisian and I'm a proud Nevisian. But it breaks everyone's heart. Guns and crime and everything. I mean, I could have found something else to do with my energy, but I decided, not to do that. Something more constructive.
One of the highlights of the day's proceedings was an enthralling performance by the Gombey masquerade troupe from Bermuda.
My name is Tanae Jackson. I am the group administrator for Gombey Warriors of Bermuda. So we have started from November 11th of 2011. And since then, we've done 2 international trips. This is our second. We're based in Pembroke of Bermuda. So it's basically about 35 members in total. Then I have a support group of 5. We are captained by Mr. Jakimo Gardner, and he's been a Gombey since about 4 years old. Gombey is basically stem off from the, I don't know if it's St. Kitts or the African word of Gomba. And basically in Bermuda, we, instead of using the same Gomba, we use Gombey, which is G-O-M instead of G-U-M-B-A-H. Gombey. Well, the little people that we have are basically extensions of the family that we have, older family. So we have 2 nephews and a son. Since they've been around it basically all their life, they basically know what they're doing. So if they know what they're doing, we take them on and we groom them from day one all the way up until whenever they decide it's not for them. And most of them just basically stay in it until the older generation.
The pervading theme of Culturama 50 was Come Home, and from all accounts, the message was received and the objective met. Hundreds of people gathered at the Malcolm Gashard Park for what many have described as a giant national picnic where they ate, danced, shopped, and just had a fantastic time with old friends while also making new ones. If you missed it this year, fingers crossed, hoping we see you at the next one. Dion Batiste Clark to ZIZ News.